From the Northway Bank Online Newsroom, I'm Gare McKenzie. This local and regional news update is brought to you by Northway Bank. Get big savings close to home with Northway Bank's Community Sense digital coupon book, filled with valuable money-saving coupons from hundreds of Northway Bank business customers. Visit northwaybank.com for more info. Northway Bank, with 17 locations throughout New Hampshire. The people you know, the bank you trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. A private charitable foundation that supports community and artistic organizations in the Mount Washington Valley has doubled the amount of money that will go to 4 Valley area food pantries. Nancy Mellon of the New Hampshire Food Bank says the Robert and Dorothy Goldberg Charitable Foundation leveraged the generous $12,000 donation of the New Hampshire Electric Co-op Northway Bank Food Bank Challenge up to $24,000. Food Bank Challenge that runs through the end of the month offers up to a total of $100,000 that can be matched. The match by the Goldberg Foundation will buy food for 4 pantries, including the Conway Village Congregational Church, Vaughan Community Service, and the Gibson Senior Center in North Conway, and the Glen Baptist Church Pantry. Millet says this time of year is called the heat or eat season because people often have to make the choice about whether to buy food or heating oil, so this contribution is significant.
1 in 9 individuals in New Hampshire are food insecure, which means they don't know where their next meal will come from. The Carthy Institute issued a report. New Hampshire, for the last 10 years, has been number 1 in the Childhood Well-Being Index. We slipped. There was a 30% increase in childhood poverty between 2011 and 12. So we no longer can tout our number 1 status, and it means that 1 in 5 children in New Hampshire are living in poverty.
The New Hampshire Food Bank serves 400 food pantries around the state. For more information about it, see the website at nhfoodbank.org. The village of Shakorowa in Tamworth is moving forward with the second phase of major improvements designed to make things safer for walkers and drivers. The first phase, completed about 5 years ago, used federal grant money of about $1 million to improve parking and sidewalks. Now bids are being accepted for Phase 2 that will focus on safety improvements. Josh McAllister, a senior civil engineer with HEB Engineers in North Conway, the company accepting project bids on behalf of Tamworth, says one part of the project will be to install nearly 24 energy-efficient but historic-looking lights on village sidewalks. He says another major improvement will be made at 2 intersections on Shakorowa Road, the first at Route 16.
That intersection right now comes in at a kind of an odd angle, and it's very, very wide. It's kind of unruly from a traffic standpoint. We're looking to lessen the amount of pavement there and bring that intersection closer to a 90-degree intersection. It's not quite going to be 90 degrees, but provide a safer intersection for vehicles exiting Shakora Road and getting onto Route 16 so they can see in both directions. The other intersection realignment is between Shakora Road, Page Hill Road, and Route 113, basically a 4-way intersection where all the legs coming in are sort of offset. We're trying to basically make it a cross as opposed to having some offset drives.
Plans also call for improving the drainage system and putting up better road signs. The work is administered through the New Hampshire Department of Transportation using federal highway funds. The latest phase is expected to be completed by next summer. McAllister is scheduled to conduct a walkthrough of the project later this morning. In Maine news, Governor Paul LePage is renewing GOP efforts to target welfare fraud, proposing to require some welfare recipients to prove they've applied for work and to limit items that can be purchased with electronic benefit transfer cards. The bills to be introduced for consideration next month would require people to show they've applied for 3 jobs to get benefits in the Temporary Assistance for Needy Families program and change some exceptions to welfare work search programs. They'd ban EBT cards from being used for things like alcohol and lottery tickets. The governor highlighted the bills in a copy of his radio address provided to the Associated Press yesterday. House Republican leader Ken Fredette attempted to introduce a similar welfare job requirement bill. The Democratic leader said it would make it harder for recipients to get benefits. In sports, in college basketball, Kalina Mosqueda Lewis scored 21 points on a career-high 7 three-pointers, and number 1 UConn beat second-ranked Duke 83-61 last night, and the Boston Bruins shut out the Calgary Flames 2-0 last night. In the weather today, mostly cloudy this morning, then becoming partly sunny. Not as cold with highs in the mid to upper 20s. Northwest winds around 10 miles per hour. Becoming mostly cloudy tonight, lows around 10 to 13 above. West winds around 10 and partly sunny on Thursday. Highs in the lower 30s. From the Northway Bank Online Newsroom, I'm Gare McKenzie.